In this video, I'll show you how to connect your entire Google Workspace to your AI assistant of choice, whether it's Claude Code, Gemini, Codex, doesn't matter. And not just read my email, check my calendar. We're going to integrate this into the Obsidian operating system that we've been building out over the last couple videos to give this another layer of just ultra practical capability. By the end of this, you'll have an agent that can brief you every day on what actually needs doing based on your calendar, your email. It can also take actions in that too, draft replies, organize your day, and takes perfect notes of all of it. I'm going to be doing this live end to end so you can follow along, or if you just want it done, there'll be a link in the description to a mega prompt that'll just have an AI agent do this for you end to end automatically. Let's get into it. So what we're doing today specifically is we're going to download and set up the Google Workspace CLI. And I know acronyms are scary, but that stands for Command Line Interface. I almost tripped that up. But the only word you need to worry about there is interface. We're going to interface our Google tools with the AI agents of our choice. This will work with the terminal versions of any of your favorite AI providers, whether it's Claude Code, Gemini, Codex, Grok, whatever. It's all good. What I'm really excited about is setting this up with the Obsidian workspace that I've been building out for the past 6 days or whatever. Like I said, I only started using Obsidian like 6 days ago. There's actually a video of me setting it up live. I'd never worked with it before, but ever since then, I haven't been able to stop because it's such an unlock. This has all the context about me that even I had access to. It's got my entire downloaded chat history. It's got my goals. It knows about my business, knows my content, my school community, my workouts, my macros, my everything. It's been unreal working with AI that has this level of context. I've been significantly more productive and the insights are actually really direct. I'm not going to go into the full setup. It's been awesome. You can check out the videos here if you want to learn more about this. But for today, I'm just going to talk about how I've set this up to have a morning brief, right? It tells me what I'm supposed to do, what my priorities are for the day. And that has been phenomenal. But it's been kind of tricky connecting that with my actual calendar, and I have a completely separate workflow that reads and manages my inbox. If I wanted to bring them in, I would go through Anti-Gravity, which is Google's coding assistant platform of choice, but it kind of sucks having things segmented like that. That's changing today. This sort of capability has been around for a little while. It just always required some sort of middle step, and that looked different depending on the time of year, I guess. But what this does is it just gets rid of the middle step. The CLI, that interface, plugs directly into Google Workspace. So the agent has hands-on control like it's at the desk itself. There's no middleware, there's no monthly fee. You don't have to pay like make.com or anything like that for every interaction. This just connects, you tell it what to do, and you're good to go. It's a lot easier. So first things first, let's pull up the agent in our terminal. I'm gonna do it in my Obsidian vault because this is the kind of thing that I like. When you open the terminal in Obsidian, there's an actual terminal that pops up. So you can type in here, or you can type in the vault down here, but we're gonna pick which AI agent we wanna work with. I'm gonna go Claude, because Claude's cool. Okay, so we've got our Claude. There are two things you need. First, we got to install the GWS itself. I'm going to head over to this repo, go github.com/Google Workspace/CLI, and then go down here to the install, or it says, they usually say install. They don't this time. Anyway, so go down here to where it says GWS and copy npm install Google Workspace CLI. And then we're going to go back over to Claude Code and just give it that value. Okay, great. It says install Google Workspace globally. Yes. Installed successfully. This is now available globally. So like I said, this works with any other agent. Okay, so the second thing is you need credentials. Google obviously doesn't want just anyone to have access to your Workspace account, right? It's got a lot of private information, so this is a good thing. You need to go through, and it is a couple steps deep. I'm not gonna go through it all here because I've done it actually in another video. I'll link that up here. It's not just how to get your Google credentials, but like where to store those safely so you don't have to punch it in every time and that people don't have access to it. So click the video up here and then come back to me. If you've already done that, you're good to go. One-time setup, and you can just go back to Claude and say run auth setup, and it's gonna go and set up your account. Okay, so bash command GWS, run auth, yes, and don't ask again for GWS. Okay, so this is telling us that we need an OAuth client first. So essentially that's just the key to opening up the Google Workspace. This is where we tell it that we've already got that, and we can find that through our OS environment variables. We're gonna go here, we're gonna copy this URL, we're gonna go over to the browser, paste this in here. Something to note, and I just messed this up, is that Claude Code gives you the URL to open in your browser, right? You go and you copy this. This looks complete, but this is actually cut off. So click Control O to open up the entire URL and then open that in your browser. Otherwise, it'll give you error after error. So I'm gonna do that because I've got it here. And this is the screen it'll come up as, just like you're logging into any other single sign-on. So I'm gonna click this. Boop. Okie dokie. So it says GWS is fully working. It's just tested and authenticated. Everything's looking great. And this is what I actually wanted to show you because this is where things kind of get real. Okay, so I've been building out this operating system inside of Obsidian for the last little while now. And right now I've got a command that starts my day. It just brings in things that are in the vault, like notes, tasks, projects, and helps me kind of organize my order of operations, right? But right now it can only pull in what's in the vault, not what's happening in my calendar or my Gmail. I have to tell it what to do, but now it can. Check this out. Watch what happens when I do the slash command now. I'm gonna go slash today. It's hitting my calendar. It's pulling in today's events, reading my inbox and like looking at what's in there. It's seeing what needs action and what else is just noise and filtering it out. Like I don't need to be alerted about newsletters and promotions. And then it goes through and it can plan my day accordingly with things that I've got to do. Okay, so I'm gonna refresh this and let's see what else this can do. All right, let's go Claude, open this up again. Only spelled right. And let's see what else this can do with our CLI. I want to like just triage my emails maybe, right? Let's say like go into my inbox, read the last 20 messages, categorize them, and come back with a summary ranked by priority. So it's gonna go through, look through my Gmail inbox account, and it's gonna actually like show me what was in there. Perfect, so it's brought everything in, it's labeled things and assigned them different priorities in terms of what needs action. Brought in different notifications and labeled newsletters I might be interested in if I've got bandwidth. So it says noise, unlabeled, and ignore. So labels applied, 17 newsletters, 4 external, 2 finance, 1 automation alert. Perfect. Now that it's got access to these newsletters, I can even use this to help me create content, which is something that I was already kind of doing. But now everything is all in one spot and there's just one single pane of glass that I have to look at and get a feel for absolutely everything, which is the goal. This is where it gets interesting for me personally. I'm going to take this new capability and build it out into workflows like we had before. So for example, when I want to execute a task, it's not just the one thing. There's going to be a couple different steps involved. So instead of just sending an email, I'm going to have it log to my daily notes. I'm going to have it update the profile of that person, update the project, just kind of keep context up to date across the board. Because you've heard me say it before, the hardest part about these sorts of things and the single biggest point of failure is just using it. This isn't the most technical thing we've done on the channel, but it could be a little sticky. Like I said, if you want the entire prompt to have the agent just do it for you, that'll be linked in the description there. Make sure to sub if you found this at all helpful, because this is all we do, and we'll catch you in the next one.